All right, you guys. So you should be done with your buying versus leasing work right now. And with that, this is just a little added part of this. So it's a tough decision sometimes to decide if you want to buy or lease a car, and it's a kind of one of the first major purchases or contracts that you're going to enter into. But with this, I wanted to put up one of my experiences with this, the real cost of a car in my perspective. This is my 2011 purchase of my 2007, a used SUV at the time, brand new. That would have been $40,000, $50,000. I am not going to be able to afford that. So I purchased a used vehicle. The used vehicle price was $22,000. And with living in Minnesota and knowing that our cars do take a beating on winter roads and then all the chemicals, my wife and I added the rust and paint protection program, and it worked out very well. It did a nice job for us, but you can see that the price has only increased when you look at that. Now, looking at that, I did have a vehicle at the time that I traded in. So when you hear about a trade in, that means you're going to give your car to them. It was fully paid off, but it was older. So they gave me about $7,000 for it. It wasn't easy to hear them say that my car wasn't worth that much, but I understand. So the recalculated price. Now, I don't have a vehicle, but I do have this other vehicle staring me in the face with a price tag on it of $16,800. Just it doesn't look too much less than the original 22,000. Okay, or sorry, 16,800. It doesn't look too much different than the 22,000. Now, there is tax, and tax is, I mean, $1,100 just for buying this, just for going through this transaction. And then, of course, there's the title and the license that has to be added to it. So $1,500 that you might not see coming. So when your car, if you go, Mom, Dad, we want to buy this $4,000 car, you might want to just add another $1,000 for taxes and fees and things like that. So it's not four, it's really five. And your mom and dad know that. Now, my new price for this vehicle, you can see I'm just about $4,000 away from the normal price. So it's not that far, and I've given up my car. So recalculated, I did give them a check for $2,000. I did have some money ready to pay for this. So my new price that I have to pay off with a loan is $16,000, or roughly $16,000. Now, I have good credit. My wife has good credit. And because we're together, they gave us a better interest rate of 4.9. At the time, that was pretty good. Sometimes it goes lower, sometimes it'll be higher. In your case, it most likely will be higher because they can't necessarily trust that you have great credit as a younger person. 63 months, 5 years to pay this off. So think of 5 years from now, you'll probably be in college. So that's a long time when you really think about it. If you started paying for a car, when you were an eighth grader, you would get done with it when you're a senior in high school. Now, that equaled out to almost $300 a month. And that's for 5 years. So for 63 months. So in the grand scheme of things, if I would have paid that out for 63 months, I would have paid roughly $18,500 for it, which means I paid $2,200 in interest. Luckily, I did not pay that off with interest. I paid it off earlier. So you can see that buying a car, it's not an easy thing to do. And that's why many of you, when the question comes from mom and dad, what do you want to do? You want to, like look at grandma and grandpa's car. You want to look at mom and dad's old car when they get a new one. That is definitely what you want to do. So good luck. And we'll talk about this more later.